or to work off that. That pattern can be spread across the entire neck, always by moving. Think of it as in a 1/4, like 1/4. So each time you do it, you can go up a few strings at a time and then go back down. Pardon me. Then say maybe but anyway, play with it. Have fun with it. You can also use it as just a 1/4 pattern starting on the A. 1, go 5th fret, 8th fret, 6th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, 8th fret, 11th fret. Now you got to jump a whole step up when you come to the 2nd string, the B string. You got to go up to the 10th fret to the 13th fret, then the 11th fret to the 14th fret. And it sounds like this. Same type diminished pattern, okay? They work fantastic for a nice, like I said, a finishing scale, or used along with a chord that I would call like the anticipation chord. And I'll show you what I mean when I do a little solo here for you. But anyway, those are the patterns that I'm thinking of off the top of my head that I think could be very useful to you. You can extend that original minor pentatonic pattern to include those notes and those other patterns as well. So say I'm going 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. I know that this note here is also in that 1 3 1 3 5 pattern. So I can go start to incorporate those other notes. Feel free to incorporate half steps as well. The notes that are in between these whole steps and these and the whole steps in these patterns, like even in the pentatonic scale, the minor pentatonic scale, you can use 5 7 8, 5 6 7, 5 6 7, 5 6 7. 5 7 8, 5 7 8. You can even do 5 6 7 8, which is more of a chromatic sounding. So feel free to use those and extend these patterns. The only other thing I want to show you is on that pentatonic scale. Another nice part to know about it is the position below it, which is starting on the G would be 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret. It's the same minor pentatonic scale, just a different position. But very nice to know because it's not difficult to memorize, it's not difficult to play, but it gives you another position, a whole step below the first position. So okay, which will also connect you up with that half step, whole step pattern I was telling you about, the 1 2 4, which is the. See, we're already using notes from both those pentatonic minor patterns. Just knowing this now, if you go ahead and play around with this, I think you'll see that it's very useful for climbing up the neck. Eventually, when I get up on the whole step pattern, when I'm up here, when I'm doing 8, 10, and 12, that 12th fret leads me to, I guess it's the last pattern I'd like to show you. I might as well show you this one too because I think it's an important pattern. You can use that minor pentatonic pattern, right here on the 12th fret. starting same pattern. 1 4 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 4 1 4. But here, starting on the 12th fret. This is still an A minor pentatonic. Still works for A. But what it allows you also to do is connect up to the next octave up, which why I showed you this pattern that starts on the 3rd fret, the pentatonic pattern. You're right there again at the 3rd fret. After you do this pentatonic pattern, which is the original one, at the 12th, you can move to the 3rd fret and do that one that I just showed you. And then, of course, you're right back to an octave higher, doing the original pentatonic scale. So now you've made it up the neck, and I'll show you what I mean. It allows you to move up and down the neck, and I think you'll see what I'm saying as you put these scales together. If there are any blanks that you don't feel are filled in, experiment with one string at a time and fill in those blanks, and you will find the patterns throughout the neck that connect together within that minor pentatonic scale. The last thing I want to tell you is that if it was a major situation, the only thing you have to do is all these patterns still apply. The only difference is you start on a different point. It's a different starting point. It's a different position on the neck. But the scale or the pattern is the same. So A minor being starting on the A on the 5th fret, if it was major, I would take that pentatonic scale and start it on the 2nd fret. So I'd be basically going down 3 half steps, and that same pattern works. Okay, it works major. That minor pentatonic pattern works for the major by dropping it, any one of these patterns, dropping them 3 half steps. And that's basically it. Now I'll show you how I apply them, how I like to use them on just a basic blues tune. I'll give you a tune up here real quick, make sure you're in tune, and then I'll let this thing play, and maybe you can jam along with it on your own.